Do you fancy being a social vigilante? Do you want to be part of a mob that goes around destroying people's reputations? I don't think you should. I'm going to talk to you a bit about history and politics, and I'm going to start by talking about Hitler and the Nazis. And the point I want to make is, before Hitler came to power, he was just a political candidate. On the left, the far left, he was like the Tony Blair of Germany, if you like. Everyone thought he was this great moral character, and he was interested in public health, he was interested in public transport, he was interested in making that country great. He was a nationalist. But cast your minds forward from then to now. Who was he running against? Who was the good candidate that he beat? Oh, that's right, no one knows. We can't remember. We don't even know what this guy looks like or what his name is. He's written out of history by Hitler, who we know is a psychotic murdering maniac. Now, how is it that we remember Hitler, even though he's bad, did nothing good, you know, genocide, murder and all the rest of it, destroyed a whole country and then tried to destroy the world, but we can't remember the good person who was running against him, saying this guy's a maniac murderer, we shouldn't vote for him? What about the politicians and the celebrities of the time who supported Hitler? What happened to them? And the ones who supported the opposition, what happened to them? Now relate that to today, and there's a fair amount of mirror going on here, where today's candidates are just the same, where what will happen is they'll mob rule and they'll attack another candidate. So they'll collect a huge mass of people, and when they've got superior numbers, they'll go on the attack and they'll look for their opposite candidate and they'll destroy that person's reputation using social media with their collection of fans. It's like the fans plus the social media equals an attack. They can't do it without those two things. So we've got ourselves into a scenario where we're picking the leaders of our country, people who are having a massive effect on our lives. We're choosing them solely based on their ability to public relations manage their social media. It's not going to end well, is it? It's like Dr. Peterson. I love Dr. Peterson. I think he's a great man, blah, blah, blah. I've said it a lot of times. But he is canvassing for these political candidates. And it's the same as back with Hitler. You know, all the guys that supported Hitler, he was on the left, he was a moralist, he was great, he was this, he was that. They all went, yeah, support this guy. He's moral. He's going to make this country amazing. He's going to do all these amazing things. He's going to bring the economy back from the brink, and he's going to make Germany, courageous and pride, and give us back our dignity. That's what Germans thought after the First World War. But look what happened. And that's what's going to happen now in America. I'm not saying it's going to be a genocide, but history's going to forget the people who you don't vote for. And you're only voting, like we've seen, based on social media, which is a complete lie. We know social media was created in order to further these political lies, to build that consensus, that mob, so that you can turn the mob round and push them towards your enemies to destroy their political reputations. So I think we need to really think hard about this, because we're going to have to vote. Like I was saying to a friend of mine in the comments, neither one of us have voted since the mid-90s, because every time we vote for someone, they lie. They never do any of the stuff they promise, and it's us that has to deal with the fallout. Our neighbours attack us and tell us off, and we're the ones who our moral guilt raises, and the candidates who caused it just bugger off into oblivion, you know, and they just have normal careers. No one ever says anything to them. But we're going to end up with a bunch of leaders who all they care about is their reputation on social media. We're going to end up with a social media president and a prime minister. You know, they don't have any effect in the real world. And what that's going to do is train society that they have to live on social media. Otherwise, they've got no value and no rights in life. It's already happening. Come on, guys. We don't want another repeat of what happened in Germany or anything like that. And that is what I think we're heading towards. The signs are all there. We've got crazy politics. We've got leaders of whole countries getting dismissed or resigning because they can't answer a simple question like, what is a woman? We've got doctors chopping up children who are not able to consent to anything. They can't get married, they can't drive, they can't drink, they can't own a gun, they can't leave the country on their own, they can't do anything apart from they can tell a doctor that they want to change their whole gender and mutilate their whole body and take hormones and everything else. So it's just another example of how politics has infested us. Politics is like a parasite at the moment. It's in everyone's head and it's making all their decisions bad and it's making them support people they wouldn't dream of supporting or being friends with. And so it is with Dr. Peterson. Just Look at the candidates that he's been marketing for. Go to his channel, like and support and subscribe and all the rest of it. I do think you should do that. But be very careful and be very, very observant when you're watching his political campaigning, because like I said, he believes these people when they talk. They see him coming. They write a script and they rehearse and everything what they're going to say. So when they go to the Peterson interview, they can present themselves in a way that's going to make Peterson's mob, Peterson's fan base, support them. That's the only reason they're doing it. They couldn't care less about Dr. Peterson or you or me or anyone else. And in 4 years' time, we're all going to see the effects of that when they bugger off with their tail between their legs, richer, with a better CV, and the country and the economy is doing this. So that's the end of this video. I hope you had something to think about, and you don't go around canvassing for liars. These political candidates, they're just liars. It's like, don't put your reputation on them, because when they destroy it, they will still have theirs, but you won't have yours. And all we have as a man in life is our reputation, your word. And that's the important thing. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.